Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. This is your May bonus reading. I have a little bit of a time crunch this week, so we're going to be doing, these are going to be a little bit shorter, but you have this gift card. It says, someone will give you a gift or help you in some way. You also have this emotions card. It says, focused on your love life instead of work. It says, careful not to allow work to interfere with love and the other way around. So I actually feel like you're more focused on work just in general, but which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel there could be a love potential if you want love in your life. And so again, I think, balance is the answer here. You have this card here. It says locked doors can now be opened. So, it seems to me like you could be opening up to something new, and it definitely could be kind of like a love connection. We're going to do past, present, future in this reading. So we'll see what comes up here, and sure, we'll take all three. You have the Four Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Swords in your first row here. Four Swords is a card of resting, relaxing, recovering, and even though we're past the retrograde, I think it would still be an amazing time for you to rest, relax, recover, and do anything you can to recharge your batteries. And, that's where we receive our gifts from this card. If you look right here, there's a person who is blessing another person in a stained glass window on the Four Swords. And it kind of just represents resting, relaxing, recovering, or, getting some rewards for the resting that you've done. So I feel like you've put in enough work into whatever you're working on, and now it's time to receive your rewards for the hard work that you've done. You have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment and just fulfillment in general. So I kind of feel like you are maybe protecting your peace at this time as well, and I do feel that would be a good thing for you to do. Four Swords, Nine of Cups, I think that it could be a good time for you to just protect your peace. We do have Pluto retrograding back into your sign. I don't really think it's that big of a deal for you. It's only going to 29 degrees before, in November, it's officially going to move into Aquarius for you. But definitely you've had to deal with that cusp there, between Capricorn and Aquarius. I think it's a difficult place to experience the crossing energy, basically the Pluto going over the cusp of that. That cusp is death and destruction. It is definitely... You have the Tower here, and that cusp is the death of establishment as well. So things that are established in your life, as I've said to you before, those things, there could be certain things that are established that go away during these times. The good news is I kind of feel like, again, you've probably already experienced all that, and now maybe with this retrograde, you're revisiting some of the things that you've learned during that time, because it's only going to 29 degrees of Capricorn. It's not going all the way through, into Capricorn to a meaningful degree. Not that any of the degrees aren't meaningful, but, 29 degrees, not a big deal. It's basically just touching tips with Capricorn before it officially leaves Capricorn for good. You will be dead next time this happens. Thank God, right? So you never have to deal with this again, Capricorn. But what I would say here is I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of protecting your peace. You have the Ace of Swords. It's like some sort of victory coming in for you. So if there's something you want, I would go for it. I feel it could be causing a victory. I do feel there could be a little bit of a sacrifice here. We have the Tower to the Seven of Swords, and the Tower can kind of represent seeing reality. The whole point of the Tower is that these people are being brought back down to reality so that they can see reality for what it actually is. And the Ace of Swords can represent a sacrifice. There is a palm frond right here. There's an olive branch over here, and the palm fronds in the tarot, they kind of represent survivor energy. Palm trees grow in the desert and they can survive. But they also can represent making a sacrifice, and you could be kind of like cutting something out of your life that is like a waste of time or is just too much of a burden. So if you have any burdens, I would feel free to cut them out. You end with the Ten of Wands here. I don't feel this is a bad reading. I just think it's saying, if there are things in your life that take up too much time, effort, energy, or that steal your time, effort, and energy, it might be a good time to look at those things and remove them, whatever they are, if they're people, places, or things. With the Four of Swords, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, it's like you're celebrating a harvest. These three ladies here are celebrating this harvest that you can kind of see around them. And so I feel for a lot of you, if you've been, working or growing or trying to grow something in your life, it's like you're finally getting a harvest. I do feel like there could just be celebrations this month in general. Like I said, I have a feeling this is a good reading, even though it doesn't matter that you have the Tower. It's only one card. So I feel for a lot of you, there's actually celebration. I would also encourage you to spend time with friends, people who are important to you. Three Cups is an amazing card for your community, spending time with your community. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. Everybody's had the Two of Pentacles. So Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. And again, I think I said, that card at the beginning says, do not allow work to interfere with love or the other way around. So make sure that if you want love, or it doesn't even have to be love, it could just be fun, or, your friends, or spending time on yourself. I would make sure that you are doing those other things that are also important to your life, and you're doing things in balance with this energy. That'll help the most. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Hangman. Hangman is about seeing things from a new perspective. I do kind of feel this could be like a shocking new perspective that comes into your life. So you could be like waking up to new ways of doing things, or new ideas about, the world, or your place in the world, or where you're going in the world, or anything like that. So, again, if you are waking up to new ideas or new directions, these could be like shocking changes, especially with that Hangman. Again, the Tower definitely makes us see things from a new perspective, because you're being brought back down to earth. You are no longer in the clouds, right? And there's definitely like a new perspective, and we're going to have to see where it goes. Next, in the area of your present position, you have the Strength and Wisdom card. You also have this key. It says locked doors can now be open. So maybe you have gained this new perspective already with that Tower, because again, this is saying locked doors can now be open. And so I would, I think would be a good time for you to start things with this energy. If there's something that you want in your life as well, I think it would be a good time to kind of like open that door, right? Make something happen for yourself, and see what you can accomplish at this time. I do feel you're going to be very busy. You have the Two of Pentacles twice. You also have the Ten of Wands here. Ten of Wands is carrying heavy burdens, but as I always say, Ten of Wands, he kind of suggests that you are almost at the end of a long journey. He is carrying those 10 wands. He is almost reaching his home in the background, and those 10 wands are his harvest. He planted those wands. So like I said, I think you are about to celebrate some rewards that are coming into your life, and that's really where this reading is going. You have the Fool. Yeah, I think that there's some sort of risk or leap of faith that you have to take in your life. There's like something you want, and I feel like you have to kind of like take a leap of faith towards it, or you have to do something here. There might be some sort of risk that you have to take, and the Fool kind of says that you are more than prepared. You are more than ready to take this risk. So go for it, whatever the risk is. The Fool is also about to start a new journey, and it's a journey that he's been on before. He's got these tattered sleeves right here, and it kind of suggests that he has done what he's about to do already. He's experienced it already. So, the Fool to me really says that you're over prepared. He even has this tiny little sack on his back here. It says that he has everything he needs right between his 2 ears. So he's ready to take some sort of leap of faith. You have the Tower. The Tower is, again, about being brought back down to reality. The Tower can represent shocking moments, sudden revelations, light bulb moments as well. And with that, with the Hangman right next to it, I really get the feeling that this is, a change in perspective that is moving you forward, or, you could be having a realization that you need to make a move before it's too late, or something like that. And this could be in any area of your life. But I kind of feel this is saying, like, do it now before the universe does it for you. I always think, the one thing that I always think about with the Tower is that sometimes I think the Tower says, like, do it now before the universe does it for you. Also, by the way, the crown is falling off of the top of the Tower, which is the death of establishment, right? The Tower is established. That crown falling off represents, some sort of change in an establishment. The Tower really doesn't have to be that big of a deal. Sometimes it could be you changing jobs, moving, something like that. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Empress. Yes, very attractive at this time, Capricorn. So if you want love, I would definitely get out there with the Empress. I also feel like you're in a place where it's like the universe wants you to be abundant. It's funny, at the end here, you have this Bearing Fruit card, and you also have this Royal You card. And that Royal You card is like a glow-up card, and the Bearing Fruit card is a card of manifesting abundance. So I feel like the universe wants you to be abundant, but there are clearly some changes that need to be made for the abundance to enter into your life. Also, great card for love as well. With the Fool, you have the Magician. The Magician is about manifesting things in your life. The way I put the cards, he's pointing over to the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is kind of like something permanent. Again, you could be attracting a permanent connection into your life. So I wouldn't really call this a love reading, but if you want love, I feel like there is a person available to you that really wants something secure. The King of Pentacles is like, he really puts in the work. We're talking about, a high vibration King of Pentacles, and doesn't have to be a man, whatever you're into. But he's a person who wants to build an establishment, who wants to work on something long term. I also feel that you are attracting good finances here with the Magician. The Magician can kind of represent reinvention. So I do feel with Pluto, again, going over the cusp, it will do it 2 more times. It's going to enter into Capricorn, so it's going to go over once, and then it's going to leave and officially move into Aquarius. So it's going to do it again later on in the year. And, what I would say here is that this right here is a snake eating its own tail, which is the Ouroboros. And the Ouroboros represents reinvention, or just simply reinventing yourself. And a lot of you are definitely going to end up changed, I feel. With the Tower, here you go. You have the Ace of Wands, just a new beginning is all this is right here. You have 2 aces. 2 aces is a definite yes to any question I haven't answered, but the Ace of Wands is also a spark. I love the Ace of Wands. It's my favorite card in the tarot because sometimes I feel that the Ace of Wands is just like that one thing we need to be motivated, that one thing we need to, that motivates us to action or motivates us to taking action on something. And the Ace of Wands would be like taking action in a new direction. It would be a card of, out with the old, in with the new. And even the Ace of Swords pretty much says that. So I feel like you're, brace yourself for something new coming into your life. You have this Royal You card, this Bearing Fruit, and then you have 3 cards want to come out, and this Time Machine card. So I feel for a lot of you that you are really embracing your energy here with this Royal You card, right? And you are kind of like stepping into this glow up energy. I also feel that you're about to have a harvest. That Bearing Fruit card, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands really suggests here that you are about to get to the end of a long period of work, and you're about to harvest your rewards from that. You have this Time Machine card. I do feel like there are things that you wish you could change. And again, Pluto, kind of could have to do with time. Really it's Saturn is time. But at the same time, I would say that sometimes I feel that Pluto also can have to do with like time and wishing you could have done something sooner or whatever. And I do get that feeling here. Like if you're about to take a leap of faith, I feel like you will be saying to yourself, like, why didn't I do that sooner? Or I should have done that sooner, right? You have the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is like fortune after, it's not fortune after difficulty, but it's like you getting to the end of a long, difficult journey and getting your rewards. So I think you're about to reach your home here and you're about to have a harvest. And I love that for you here, Capricorn. I think that a lot of you are, you're in for some, big harvest, or you're in for a big win here. And I feel like you're going to be really happy about it. You have this King of Pentacles. I do feel if you want love, this could be a person. Could be another earth sign, could be a person with earth in their chart or something as well. But I feel this is like a permanent person, definitely a person who's serious and, likes to put work into things. I do feel like it's obvious as well. Like what I would say is sometimes, like I think people question relationships and they're like, oh, is this person going to, put in the work or whatever? It's like, well, just look at the rest of their life. Do they put work into things and do they stick with things? If the answer is yes, then probably a good freaking clue that they're going to stick with things. If they don't, then that is probably also a clue that you shouldn't be with the person, right? So I think we need to see how people, act in different outside of love, like how are they in other areas of their life? And again, I think it will be, if you don't know this person yet, I think it will be pretty clear that this person like puts in the work. So pay attention. You have the 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. And I do feel that some of you have clearly dealt with this in the past, like a person who was a liar, cheater, stealer. And, I kind of feel like the Tower could have been, one of those moments where maybe someone like shocked you and left and you just weren't expecting it necessarily. So that could be creating like a little bit of relationship PTSD, right? Where you're like a little bit nervous to start something new with a person because of how you were dealt with in a past connection. But the 7 of Swords is really a card of tactics. He is stealing those swords from an army in the background, and he's doing that so that they can't be used against him for, in battle. And so he's doing something tactically. And I think it's saying, like, if you just, approach something new that you're going towards and you think tactically, then you will be fine, right? So that's what I would do there. But let's see where this is going. With the 10 of Wands, you have the Queen of Cups here. Queen of Cups says follow your heart. And the Queen of Cups is also a card of fulfillment. You have kind of like a lot here. 1, 2, 3 cards of fulfillment, even without even mentioning the gift card, the Bearing Fruit card, the Royal You card. I think you're getting to this place where you're feeling more valued in life. You're feeling like you're getting your value from life. And I don't think you've experienced this in like 20 years. So, it's been a long time, Capricorn, since you have felt like you actually are being valued or getting the value. Even if you're successful, it doesn't matter. It's like you can be successful and not feel like you're being valued, right? Yes, are you kidding? With the King of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. I'm telling you right now, definitely, you've been getting crazy good love readings with me, and I'm telling you right now, if you want love, there is clearly a person coming in for you. I feel like you manifested this person, and if you're thinking of a specific person, it probably is that person. I feel like you manifested this, and it's probably exactly how you think it'll be. So, I don't know. I would just go for it. Especially if it's a Taurus, or another Earth sign for sure. But it could be any sign. So, whatever. With the Seven of Swords, what do you know? You have the Tower. I would be careful of a past person for sure with a Tower twice in that Seven of Swords. If you think that a past person was a liar, cheater, stealer, they probably were. So I would definitely be careful of that. If you have had any Tower moments as well, the Seven of Swords could say that you need to, approach those Tower moments tactically. So I think you could easily get out of any situations that you've been dealing with. You have this Lion card, time to act. Are you kidding? The time is now. I think that, the Tower is a little scary for people, but really, number one, I like the Tower. You would still be in diapers if we didn't have Tower moments in life. So the Tower is very necessary. But I also feel the Tower is really saying in your life that it is time for you to take action. It is time for you to make a move towards something that you want. Fool with the Magician. It's like, even the Magician to me says you need to get your ass moving, right? He has mastery over all the suits in the tarot, but he needs to get moving. And he's pointing towards the Lovers here. So it could be time for you to act on your love life, or it could be time for you to act on, whatever. So I would just go for it. You have this Cobweb card. It says protected from negative forces beyond your control. So you are protected. Wouldn't even worry about the Tower. You have this Love card. There you go. Definitely could be a solid love connection coming in for you if you are looking for love. You have this Carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. I think there are big opportunities. These are things that you've been like nurturing for a while, I feel. So that Bearing Fruit card says you've been taking care of something, and now you're about to get the rewards. You have this Vulture. It says depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. That could be the Tower with the Seven of Swords. So, I would get out of your head, and also I would protect yourself from past people. I definitely get that intuitively. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it with the Tower and the Seven of Swords. I don't like that, That could be a past person who's coming in lying again. So I would be careful of that energy. But other than that, looks very good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.